T-Mall, and that's right there, man. TMOT. All right, anyway. I was staying quiet, but man, that's just too much news been going on. Oh, house cleaning. You can like it, you can share it. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Never take the light of truth and place it under a basket. Let it shine bright for all to see. Spread the good news, man, especially about Jesus Christ. Now, so much is happening. It is just unbelievable. I don't want to do a long video. Again, I've been quiet. I've been posting on Twitter because I'm in Facebook jail again. I think tomorrow my probation for YouTube ends. But keep doing me. And when they decide that they don't want me on anymore, I try to speak in parables. You know what I mean? Like how Christ did to, keep them from coming and cutting his head right then. So, some things you just have to figure out on your own. Sorry, so let's just dive right into this. The Taliban. You all are hearing the news. Now, everybody is going bat dung crazy about Joe Biden, this, Joe Biden. Oh, well, sorry about that. Afghanis. The one percenters send their lobbies to get the politicians that they want. I call this the circle of loot. I had a graphic that we put out there before talking about that. So the one percenters give the lobbyists the money to go after the politicians that will sell their soul. And that is about 98.99% of them up in D.C. There are only one or two that really care about the country, and even they are powerless to do anything about it. Rand Paul, love the man to death, but I keep telling him, man, what's with all the theater? And it pisses me off when I see him donate to Rand Paul today. Let's stop Dr. Fauci. Why the hell do I have to donate to keep you in office, to help you get reelected? Why aren't you getting rid of Fauci anyway? That's what you were elected for in the first place. But I digress. Those are the ineffective politicians who are lousy at their jobs. Mark Rubio put something out about Joe Biden in Afghanistan. And I said, well, what the hell did you do to stop him? Absolutely nothing. Now we got people coming up with more theater. Michelle Green, not Michelle Green, some girl named Green. I think her first name might be Michelle. But anyway, she's down here in Georgia drafting articles of impeachment for Joe Biden, just like the bill that she did to get rid of Fauci. Nothing but theater. But every time a Rhino supporter sees it, they jump up and down. Yay, 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 she's fighting for me. It ain't accomplishing a damn thing. None of them are. When will you get that part? And I know everybody keeps saying, man, why you always talking about that? Because you are the reason we're in this mess. Everybody's talking about we lost in Afghanistan. No, we lost when we elected these Democrats and these rhinos, all right? The Afghans lost when they believed America. Look, we propped up Saddam Hussein. We propped up the Ayatollah and his predecessor. We have propped up many of these leaders, and when they were no longer useful, we got rid of them. But while all of you are distracted over this war, let me make this one last point about the winners and losers. The military-industrial complex, something that President Ike Eisenhower warned us about. He said, beware of the military-industrial complex. And it wasn't long after that when Nixon did what he did in 71, which then allowed us to start printing money, or the Fed to start printing money and giving it to the government to do what they needed to do for the purposes. Many of it for the military-industrial complex. I had a meme I used to share. I called it bullets and butter. The butter was for the welfare state, and the bullets was for those in the military-industrial complex, those that benefit from war. So 20 years in war, The military-industrial complex didn't lose. Now everybody is moaning and groaning about the collateral damage. Man, they've been dying over there for hundreds of years. And they aren't going to just start dying now. They've been dying for 20 years since we've been over there. So, we talking about the Americans that are over there? Well, you know what? I pray for them. I hope that they make it home. But I wouldn't have had my butt over there in the first damn place. Now, the military-industrial complex. Here's how it works. The circle of loot. The 1%ers get the lobbyists to target the politicians that will sell their soul. They give it to the PACs, and the PACs, of course, put the money into those campaigns to keep them in office. They spend their careers trying to get re-elected, never accomplishing anything but keeping you divided by blaming one side or the other. When there really was one side and the other side, that was under Abe Lincoln. That was the last we saw it. After that, it was done. With the compromise of 1877, when they sold the Negro out, all of that ended. That's when the Republican Party said, okay then, we got what we wanted. We'll let you do with the Negroes what you want to do down there in the South, and, we'll pull the troops back. Hey, that was when Jim Crow was born. Oh, who do we have in office now? Who campaigned with a guy, his mentor, Robert Byrd. Yeah. Segregation, Jim Crow, Joe Biden. A woman posted on Twitter, well, I guess I'm going to go on and put it out there. If I knew what I know now, I would not have voted for Joe Biden. We needed Donald Trump in office. And I said, you know what? Too little, too late for that. There is absolutely no excuse for you having to have voted out of ignorance, because I know people all around you told you what Joe Biden was. You just chose not to listen for whatever reason, but it amounts to ignorance. Now you see his handiwork, and now you want to put it out there. Well, I don't need you to put it out there now. I need for you to listen and wake up, like these rhino supporters who support these rhinos in the Republican Party. That's right. So they get the money, they stay in power continuously, pretending that they are fighting for you on one side or the other, and you don't get it. Afghanistan is nothing new. The military-industrial complex, they won. 20 years of profits, bullets, bombs, planes. They did what they wanted to do. Now is the new war that I have been telling everybody about, and they're looking at me like I'm crazy. Oh, August 22nd is around the corner. That's the new date that they put out now for Trump to be reinstalled. I don't know what the hell is wrong with you. Why you keep saying, and I had a conversation with somebody who is very close to Donald Trump. I asked him point blank, why do they think? He said, Derrick, I don't know. I don't know. But that's not happening. So Trump will not be reinstalled August 22nd. And I done lost count of all the days. But focus on 2022 and 2024. If Trump don't run in 2024, you better be trying to get DeSantis to run. I'm just going to put it right on out there. Now, getting back to where I was, they're talking about articles of impeachment on Joe Biden ain't going nowhere. This was the plan. They have you where they want you, and you want to know where that is right now? That's called distracted. I have been posting every day, 20 or 30 posts on Twitter. Go to my Twitter, TMOTOFGA, Georgia, TMOTOFGA, or Grayson for Georgia, Grayson, FORGA. You'll see everything that I've been putting out there. I mean, just back to back to back. Facebook ain't stopped nothing. I just ain't been doing all the YouTube videos. The new war, people, is Revelations 13:17. Cannot buy or sell. Now, let me break this down. The reason I'm in Facebook jail is because I put a meme out there that asks 4 questions. Can you contract the virus if you have been fully vaccinated? I'm not going to answer the questions here because I might get banned on YouTube. So, you can look it up for yourself. you should already know the answers if you pay attention. So can you contract the virus if you have been fully vaccinated? Can the virus make you sick if you have been fully vaccinated? Can the virus kill you if you have been fully vaccinated? Can you transmit the virus to others if you have been fully vaccinated? Go and look up the answers. Just look them up for yourself. I am in Facebook jail for 30 days because I told the truth. Now, the new war. It ain't about Afghanistan. They want you focused on that and how piss poor of a job that Joe Biden did. We knew what Joe Biden was going to do. We knew what he was going to do. And, you know, and I have a dear friend of mine who said Trump let Joe Biden take the heat. Trump wasn't in office. How's he letting him take the heat? I don't understand that one. But I'm not even gonna focus on that. The fact of the matter is, Joe Biden is in office, and Joe Biden is not going anywhere anytime soon because the new war is upon us. And I know I keep running away from that. Let me get back to it. Revelations 13:17. Cannot buy or sell, great or small. Now, a lot of people don't understand unless they have the mark. A lot of people don't say, well, man, I'm not going to let nobody put no tattoo on my head. I have made a number of posts and a couple of videos. The mark don't necessarily have to be on your forehead. And Revelation talks about 3 ways of being marked. 3 ways. Go and look it up for yourself. It don't have to be 666 tattooed on your forehead, all right? The new war that is taking place is a global one, and the warlords have traded places. The MIC is stepping back, military-industrial complex, and Big Pharma is stepping up. Imagine being a corporation, a conglomerate that has the ability to put something in everybody's arm with the force of government. Think about that. Just think about that. The whole world, and each and every day, I scour the news looking for who else has said thus and so, and this and that, or this or that, as it relates to the vaccine. Even my employer is putting out information, wanting people to volunteer that they have been fully vaccinated. Okay, that's to find out who has not been. They are pulling all the stops. Here in DeKalb County, they got some basketball players, Dominique Wilkins, former Hawks, to come out and promote $100 gift cards. That's right, $100 gift cards to come and get the jab. So many Negroes showed up to the mall for those jabs. That were enough to make a Tarzan movie. And if you're old as I am, you understand what I'm talking about when I say that. They had to shut it down. Jabs for bucks. That's right. And now, that's how they got the Negro. Give them some money. They coming, baby. They coming. And the vaccine was free already. What does that tell you? They didn't want to go get it on their own, but they sold their soul for a $100 gift card. $100 gift card. Some of them probably went out there and got the shot twice just to get the $100. I wouldn't put it past them. But they're coming for the white man now. And how are they going to do that? I just heard, I think it was the Raiders. I don't do pro sports. I stopped doing pro sports a long time ago. Years ago. I stopped watching baseball when the Braves went on strike that 3rd time. I stopped doing boxing when Mike Tyson bit Holyfield's ear. I stopped watching basketball with that fiasco and Kobe Bryant. There just aren't any role models that I see worth supporting in pro sports at all. So I gave it up. And not to mention what they do when it comes to the flag and the country. But anyway, one of these teams have just came out and announced that if you want to attend the game in their stadium, you got to roll up your sleeve and you can get the jab at the door, or you have to prove that you have a vaccination. You got to show your vaccine ID. Now, they just busted They retrieve thousands of fake vaccine IDs. Now, guess where they came from? They came from China, of all places. They discovered them in Tennessee. All right, and then Schumer immediately comes out and says, we need to bring the weight of the federal government down upon those that are engaged in this. Boy, they don't mean to put this video out there, huh? But anyway, this is usually a good error. Okay, so I'm gonna shut it down with that. Don't be distracted about this thing with Joe Biden in Afghanistan. Man, I'm telling you, that was the plan. They're pulling out because they finna gear up to do something else. They're about to focus all of their attention on you. Revelations 13:17. Great or small, cannot buy or sell. And buying and selling, if you want to go to a game, you cannot buy. If you want to go into a particular grocery store, you cannot buy. If you want to go into a pawn shop to sell something, you cannot sell. Do you understand what I'm getting at? This is where this is going, and this will be biblical. So, you know, if you're all upset and disheartened by what happened over in Afghanistan, then, you know, you should have wised up a long time ago, because they have been doing this for decades. They have been doing this for decades, going back to Nixon, Vietnam. So this is nothing new. All right, I've talked long enough. T-Mot out, drive time till next time. I appreciate the love on the donations. The best thing you can do is share the love. Take the message and share it with somebody else. And the things you need to be focused on is your personal liberty and freedoms. They are at stake. They have never been in more danger than any time I can think of since, you know, hell, the Revolutionary War. All right. So, you know, we're back at that point. We're back at that point, and it's about to get ugly. People aren't going to be able to go to work unless they can prove that they've had a vaccine. A person should not be forced to have to put something in their body that they don't want. And just one last story. I was talking to this couple. I stopped to get some sushi, and the just general conversation, and I say, well, I might have to move to Florida. That's the last free state in the country. Oh, no, you don't want to go to Florida. I say, why wouldn't I? Well, you don't know what's going on down there. Well, read the news. What are you talking about? Well, you know, the hospitals are overflowing. I said, ma'am, you must be listening to CNN. I'm a nurse. So what? I can read. And there are plenty of people that are misguided, that are in the medical field, that don't get it themselves. Just like people out here on the street, the layman listens to CNN, they take that stuff to the bank. But I digress. I like what Florida is doing. And what prompted this video, Greg Abbott, governor of Texas, tested positive, and they put big letters, fully vaccinated. So that ought to give you the answer to one of the questions that I asked at the very beginning of this video. And if you joined, I suggest you go back, because therein lies why I am in Facebook jail. I can talk about Joe Biden being a sorry son of a gun all day long as POTUS and what he has done in Afghanistan. Ain't nobody going to say nothing, because they're going to want all of the conservatives come, oh, yeah. T-Mot telling the truth. T-Mot laying it down. I ain't doing a damn thing. This has been going on. It ain't nothing new. It is not anything new. This is what they do. And they distract you. And those rhinos that you support, you really need to stop before you don't have anything else left. T-Mot out. Drive time till next time.